He banned one of my accounts, one of my watching accounts. I got to make a new one. So we're on the website right now. Hopefully he keeps it watchable and private. But I'll be in the background fixing things and probably doing a couple other stuff before I come back. He's quiet anyways right now, but this is live. I should put the this is live sign up.
I'm thinking about how much longer I can hold in my poop because I don't want to have to go into the gym just to go to the bathroom. And that's about the only thing on my mind. I have to poop really bad. And I'm so thankful and lucky and blessed that my poop is not pushing out of my body, that I'm able to keep it inside my body right now. It's not pressing itself out of my body. It's not ruining my shorts. I'm so happy that my shorts are staying clean. And I checked my bum and I don't have anything coming out. And I'm so happy about that. It's so nice to just have a good, clean, healthy body that's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm taking in the proper amount of protein. I'm giving my body time to rest and heal each day, even though the pain is excruciating. And I'm doing fantastic. I am frustrated with the realization of how much humanity doesn't care about me. And I am upset at the amount of time that my life is taking to get in order or to be where I'm supposed to be after all the time that I've already put in. So other than that, I'm doing really good. Can you see him? Who's him? Me? I'm here by myself. No turtle heading. That's right. Yo, you got it. You got it. It hit the nail on the head. Yeah, no turtle head. If I talked about my dog. No, I didn't say anything about a dog. Oh, I don't have a dog. I don't. You just gave me a really good idea, though. Thanks for that. It's a very smart idea. Thank you. Getting a dog is a really good idea. Not yet, but in the future, very good idea. Oh, I think I'm gonna need a dog and a cat. I'm gonna need a dog and a cat. I'm gonna have to get me what do you call it? I know what I'm gonna name each of my animals. I'll name my dog Steb, and I'll name my cat Shazam. And people be like, "Why such a unique name?" And I'll be like, "Cause fuck you." That's why. Oh man, that's because that's why. That's why. That is why. Because fuck you. That's why. And I'm talking about when I say fuck you, I mean fuck you to anybody that's asking me why did I name my animals that? Cause why did I name my animals Shazam and Steb? Because it's none of your business, so fuck you. And they'll just be like, hey, that's not nice, that's not fair, you owe me information. And I'll be like, snap. Oh, snap. You go, I deserve a dog to serve me. I don't really. Like, you gotta realize, like, me personally, I'm not much of a servitude type of person other than, like, being a servant of Christ in my own personal life. Like, I bow to Jesus, and that's what I really do in my real life. Like, for real. Like, big time. Like, I'm not like a Bible thumper. I'm not, like, I really can't stand, like, pretty much anybody that's like that. No offense. But just me personally on like a very one-on-one basis between me and the man named Yeshua that was unfortunately the man that passed away on a cross. Me and him have a personal relationship, and so I bow to him as my God, and that's my personal choice between me and him, and it doesn't have to do with anybody else except anyone that wants to share that with me in the times that I feel comfortable and safe to share my truth with someone. Beyond that, the rest is bound in the silence of my reality, to say it the best way I could. But all this, like I don't know what you're referring to. You know, I really don't. I mean, are there people that like, yeah, like I don't know. I guess I've come to a point where there's such a cult following for like some stuff that's gone on in my life that I don't know what to do with it. Cause like, I mean, I kid you not when I say that I have people that like are like the real ghosts of society, like telling me like, hey, you have so much influence that you have to like lay back. You have to sit back because it's like a matter of not just national security, but it's like your influence is so massive and so, in an undertone, a fashion of an undertone that most people don't recognize. That I have to be very, very careful with it, and so like most of like I can barely get away with live streaming. Like I've had people legitimately telling me like if I don't chill out, I'm gonna end up getting my life taken away, like indefinitely, if you know what I'm saying. So like I'm trying to be as careful as I could be without giving up my freedom. Yeah, the influence thing is nice, but like I think it's gone a little too far. I really do. Like things have gone a little too far in my opinion. But I'm not really sure what to do at this point, so I'm just taking whatever best advice comes my way. And right now, like the advice I'm getting is stop interacting with most social content. So that's what I'm doing. Like I'm not interacting with most social content. Um, Keep the live broadcasting to a minimum. If I have to get on here at an event and to just feel at ease and a little more comfortable, go ahead and do it. Um, but like, there's gonna come a point where the phone has to get put down, and I'm just not like I don't feel safe. I mean, if you want the truth, okay, very moody. No, I'm just like I'm not moody. I'm exhausted. I'm extremely exhausted. Um, I just, I don't feel safe to be without a phone. I don't. I really, really don't feel safe to be without a phone. Am I capable of protecting myself without a phone? Absolutely. Absolutely. But not having a phone would leave me so vulnerable. Um, and I just don't think that, especially like you guys hear the state that I'm in, you can, you hear like the mindset that I'm in, and I really don't feel like I am in a mental space where it's healthy for me to be alone, like without some sort of device at least. And like I have people that are being really respectful of my space and like respectful of, that they're like giving me personal space, realizing that I've kind of regressed, because I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm pretty capable. And now I'm over here like having trouble with my speech and stuff. And like I'm kind of walking sideways, and I try to tell people like, "Hey, I'm really that exhausted. Like I need somewhere to be. Like I need to get this sorted out." And that's all it is. Like it's not, people are like, "Oh my gosh, we need to get you all this." You're just trying to sell me to the system. All I need is somewhere to live, and you know it. You're trying to skip a step so you can steal from me, and I will have your
We're
entire
back, baby.
system revamped. So like, don't play me because I'm serious. I'm not joking. And people are like, "You don't have that kind of power." I'm like, "No, but my celestial consort does." And they're like, "That doesn't exist." And I'm like, "Have we forgotten last year? Because you're trying to contribute things to me that aren't humanly possible." And I tell you that I receive spiritual guidance, and you say that that doesn't sound healthy. And I say, I didn't say supernatural, I say extraterrestrial or anything beyond
He
what's
banned my
natural. I'm
watching
saying
account,
that
so
I am
it took me forever to
that
make
I
a
am in a
fucking new one, but we're
position
good
in my
now.
life where I
We're
have
good now.
that I do get support from some form of,
And I'm
you know,
making food. I'll be
uh,
back.
some form of what I would call a spirit guide. And if you're saying that that's crazy, then you're saying that people who like, then you're essentially insulting the entire Native American culture and saying that they are mentally unstable. And I'm pretty sure that, in Native American culture, and in American culture, their beliefs are accepted and embraced. So don't, because I'm a white man, I can't have a spirit guide, because that's not fair to tell me that I'm. Do not say that I am mentally unstable because I'm not submitting to your cookie cutter definition of what a white man should be and what a white man should believe in. No, I'm not Native American. I am second, about second generation American, and my family comes originally from Norway. So most people see me as a white guy, whereas I'm essentially like a native in disguise. I seem very white, in the sense of like modern white, but I'm actually more um, Proto-Germanic, which is like Proto-European. So my family is Norse, where especially my mom's side, which is where I get, the dominant genes are on my mom's side. My dad's a whole slew of different things, and I didn't really get a whole lot of his genes. I just got like the physical ability from him, and then my mom is very, very smart, and I got most of my genes from my mom. And so my dad is kind of like, our family has floated about, and But on my mom's side, with the dominant genes, we come from the Norse culture. My family comes from Norway. My grandmother, my immediate grandmother from my mom's mom is Norwegian, and she is full-blooded Norwegian. So when I say full-blooded Norwegian, I don't mean from like Oslo, Norway. I mean like my family comes from, before having settled Wales, comes from the Northwood of like the northern woods of Norway. They come from the mountains of Norway. So my family never lived in the more modern part of Norway. We migrated south and settled Wales and then came over to America. And so I'm second generation. So essentially, think about like an immigrant who is a second generation immigrant, and then just add the Norse descent. Like mix a Native American, essentially mix a Native American with a Mexican, or I'm sorry, a Native American with a Mayan, and then turn them white. And that's essentially what I am. I'm like the cold weather version of a Native American or a Mayan. If you were to mix them, there you go. If you were to mix a Native American and a Mayan who has migrated to America and make them warm-blooded or cold-blooded, warm-blooded, more warm-blooded. That's where my family comes from, is up there. So I did my best to describe that to you. And that's also part of the reason why I seem to have so much trouble with describing things to people. If you ever really met someone that's an immigrant, right, they don't always know like correct English or proper English or true English, right? And so some people look at me and they have such high expectations of me in reference to my English, not realizing that I really am only a second generation American. So I was also raised by second generation Americans outside of my family. So I still have a lot to learn, even though I've been here as long as I've been. I do pretty good with it, better than most. But from time to time, I do, have to work a little harder to get people to understand what I'm saying. It's just like I said. It's sometimes people mistake my foreign attributes for a lack of American competency, right? So sometimes me being more of a foreigner than someone who is American in my attributes is something that people mistake for a lack of competency as an American. So I have the competency. I'm learning the language. And so even being a second generation American, I am still learning how to properly communicate in the English language because my family has not been here long enough to be fully integrated into the American culture. Thank you. I really don't want to talk about where I'm from and stuff like that because I just had somebody come through the broadcast. I don't know if it was the actual person, but they had come with a username of someone that I don't know what the deal is with, and I was told to stay away from them. I was ordered and instructed to stay away from them, so I just blocked them, and I don't want to talk about where I'm from or anything right now, just for the sake of my own safety. I don't feel safe to talk about where I'm from right now. No, I'm not. I'm alone right now. I might be single. I don't know. I am alone. What's good? How are you? Joe, I should get married. You know what? That might not be the worst idea. anything I can do to, you know, keep myself being a good, that I can keep being the person that I should be, that's what I'll do. Whatever I gotta do is what I'm gonna do. See, some people tell me that I don't know how to play this game or live this life, but I do. I'm very good at this. People vastly underestimate me. I have a really big heart. Like, you have no idea how big of a heart I have. Most people will never know. Uh, but I got one of the biggest hearts on the planet in a healthy way, not in an oversized and large heart type of way. In a metaphorical sense, in my mind, I have a healthy, well-oiled, and properly operating emotional center of my brain. And I do experience deep levels of empathy and sympathy and compassion for most people, even the worst of the worst. What is the characters that I wish of a wife? I really don't want to talk about that. I'm doing okay. I really don't want to talk about what characteristics that I would seek in a wife. You're trying to get married too. I didn't say I was trying to. I'm really not. Like, I'll tell you, I could be completely honest with you. If I were to try to get married, it'd be mostly just to move on in my life. Just that I can move on in my life, and I don't think that'd be fair to a partner. Do I wish to marry a beautiful woman or a regular? I will be honest with you. Let me think about it. I don't. Okay, so like we're gonna put this in layman's terms. Okay, we're gonna keep this easy for everybody, including me. Okay, so to realize it's not like I'm not talking to you like you're stupid, because I know you're smart. I need to say this way for myself. Okay, so that I understand. So I properly communicate it to you in layman's terms, while I also don't lose track of my train of thought for how tired I am. So think about it like Harry Potter. Okay, so you have people that are magical, and then you have no mages. Okay, and a no mage is like somebody who doesn't know magic. If I were to choose between someone who's smart and capable and someone who's just kind of living a regular mundane life, I would choose someone who's smart and capable. And if I were to choose someone who was attractive, and I would not be willing to, I would never be willing to, unless it was true love, I would never be willing to, which I don't believe happens more than once. I don't believe that true love happens more than once. That I would choose someone, no matter what, that is smart and capable. And then, as opposed to, a regular person, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I might come off like full of myself about it, but I'm not. I'm really not. We all have our own facets and facilities that, we bring to the table in life and society. And I believe in like a lateral scale, not necessarily a hierarchy. In my personal opinion, everyone is equal. And that's just how I see it. So for me, just because I consider myself to be someone who is smart and capable, I would want someone that I can jive with on that wavelength. because I don't believe that I'm ever going to find a true love in that way. So for me, I am probably going to look for someone that I can work with, you know, and as far as someone to be with long term, I would like them to be someone who is highly attractive, preferably more attractive than me. That would be who I would probably look for. Stronger than you in her personality. I mean, that really depends on what my role is in the relationship. You know, if I'm supposed to take an active role in helping her to be better in her ways, then I wouldn't mind her being stronger because I'm pretty good at helping people stay focused. Um, on the other hand, if I were to, if it were a hands-off relationship where we have a purely, logical and sensual relationship and not too much of an emotional one, then I would probably, have less of an involvement in what she's doing. And I wouldn't necessarily want her to be someone who is stronger than me just for the sake of my own safety. Because if I'm in a situation where I'm supposed to be hands off in reference to like not telling her what to do and things like that, like if she's telling me what to do is right, it is what it is. And so it goes both ways. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone stronger than me who's telling me what to do, and I'm not allowed to tell them what to do, if that makes any sense. I'm very much a balance focused person. And as far as anyone trying to give me orders, we're going to say this right now, and I'm going to speak your language just for a moment. And I need you to make sure that you don't go ahead and try and put me in this category, because this isn't how I speak in normal society. I'm bringing myself to this level to communicate with you. And I don't care if you think it's me saying that I'm better than you. I'm not. And if you don't understand what I'm doing, then don't. But take what I'm about to say for what it is. For the spirit guide that I got is one of the most authoritative, powerful, directing. That's enough. One of the most powerful and authoritative creatures in the entire, I guess you might say, universe. I don't know the appropriate word. In all of existence, in all of known existence, and from what I've experienced, unknown existence. So, should you ever decide to attempt to give me an order, please understand that any guidance that I'm receiving from my spirit guide is going to surpass what orders you may give me or what you may want me to do, because in my dealings with this spirit guide, or maybe it's just my conscience, maybe it's just maybe it's just something in my mind that I, do not realize is just me. And I am listening to myself and learning from myself and catching up to my own intelligence in some ways from my lack of experience in certain areas. But whatever it may be that I'm dealing with is where I listen to that voice in my, not an extra voice in my head, but I listen to my conscience. I listen to my intuition. And I do my best to follow the leadership of that spirit guide. What I might say is a spirit guide from time to time, and I trust my own guidance on that, and I trust myself, and I do pretty good, and so you may not understand why I do certain things, but please recognize that my decisions are quite complex, and I'm not just saying that to try and make myself sound smart. I'm saying that there are times when my intuition leads me to make decisions that are far more healthy for me than any any advice being given around me, and I may not even understand why or what the result is going to be of a certain decision that I make. But when I trust myself, it usually ends up better than when I decide to trust another person. I'd say almost every time. Will I allow her to have a boyfriend? I mean, that depends. That really depends. I mean, for me, let me put it this way. If I have someone that is my soulmate, if I have someone that is the love of my life, if I have someone that I fell in love with at first sight and could never imagine ever having feelings for someone ever again unless I fake it and really force myself to do it, no matter what their background or what their truth is, then I would do anything, right or wrong. I would do anything, good or bad. I would do anything, heavenly or godly or evil, to be with them. And that is my truth. I would do absolutely anything and abstain or refrain from absolutely anything to be with them. And that's my truth. That is who I am when I have love with someone, whether or not they love me back. As far as that love not being there, or I should say, so when the love is there, I will do anything required. My preference with love no. My preference would be that she not have a boyfriend other than me. That would be my preference. Should I be sharing true love with that person? Should there not be true love, I am comfortable with whatever this woman may choose to do. I'm going to be comfortable. I'm going to choose to endure the pain of her being with another man should she decide that that's the path she would like to take. But the reality is I would much prefer that commitment to me. No, white men don't get angry very quickly. Not, believe it or not. When you're talking about social demographics, Caucasian males have the most patience out of anyone on the entire demographic scale. You can have your opinion if you want, but statistics are statistics. White males are considered to be the most patient people of any demographic, whether you're talking about gender orientation or sexual orientation or ethnic orientation. So how do you handle it? How do you handle what in your marriage? Anger? When your spouse is being angry? Well, I would start with I would say the first thing you want to do is refrain from going on the internet and complaining to a random guy about passive aggressively about your spouse getting angry. I would say that'd be my first word of advice. Might be like the worst thing you could possibly do if you're dealing with like an atypical. If you're dealing with an atypical Caucasian with a temper, the worst possible thing you can do is come online and behave passive aggressively, speaking to another attractive male who's live streaming. That's probably the number one way to get his attention, but also the best way to get him angry at you. I really wouldn't recommend it. married. You're not in any relationship. You're on TV. Watch. No. Okay. Well, there's your first sign. You're watching TV. Marriages don't last. Well, that's TV. That TV ain't real life. Not even close. What you watch on TV is either supposed to be entertaining or it's supposed to teach you lessons. It's not really made to give you a comparison to what it's like in real life. You know, people try to like watch TV to get a comparison to what real life is like. And that's why you end up getting contorted and misconstrued viewpoint, because you're not putting in the work to actually learn what those people's lives are really like. You're just watching TV and assuming it's, comparative to reality, when 99.99% of the time it's just not. It almost never is. No, believe it or not, white people stick together more than anyone else. We have the longest lasting marriages. Out of any ethnic background, we have the longest lasting marriages. So, I mean, for example, my parents were married their whole adult lives. The parents that raised me were, what do you call it? They were married for over 50. They were married for 50 years. So, and pretty much everybody where I'm from, as far as I know, there wasn't anybody in the family I was raised in that ever got a divorce or anything like that. So, I mean, even me, it's like I'm separated from somebody, but I didn't get a divorce. Even her and I didn't get a divorce, and we're living separate lives. So we don't, like, in the Caucasian culture, we don't, like, most of us really don't do divorce. It's not a very common thing. Now, in certain cultures, it might be, but like the demographic at large, most Caucasians do not separate. It's very frowned upon in our culture to separate. And that's why, like, for me, like, I advocate for freedom, honestly. Like, if I support people doing what they want to do. Like, if you really feel that it's appropriate for you to go live your own life and you don't want to be attached to that person anymore, it's my opinion that that's your prerogative. It's your choice. So if you really don't want to be with that person, then don't. Like, if it's not healthy for you, then why would you do that? If it's not what you want, if you don't want to be doing that, then don't do it. Like, it takes everything in me to stay focused in my directives. Like, there's certain people in my life, or in the life I used to live, that I love so much, that I miss so much, that sometimes I almost puke. I literally almost hurl just thinking about them, and thinking of, like, how much I have to fight going back to these people that were in my life. Like, I get sick. I get physically sick when they come to my mind, because I have to, like, keep pushing forward. Like, there's people in my life that don't realize I'm not. Like, there are people that genuinely don't recognize or understand that I am not going to leave where I'm living. I didn't just make some random choice and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go live in Hollywood because, like, whatever. It's a very, very big decision for me. Like, this is the second largest decision I've ever made in my entire life.
Good, James. Stay there. He is fucking saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff, but I'll dissect after I eat.
Committing the rest of my life to someone that I love. And aside from that decision, this is the biggest decision I've ever made in my entire life. And I don't plan to just back out for whatever reason, even including that first reason. This is going to be integrated. This decision will be integrated into my, physiological and social timeline for the rest of my life. Hollywood is now my home, and this is my fresh start. This is my new life. No, they also don't. Like I said, demographically speaking, they don't. I think maybe you just have like a vendetta against the white man. Maybe you're like propagandized and you have like hatred or something, but it's really just not my problem. So at this point, instead of like enduring your constant social badgering for whatever reason, I'm just not going to deal with it. So you can take your negativity elsewhere. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I don't need that drama in my life. I really don't.
Oh, you don't like my made up statistics? You can get out of my
You
broadcast.
know, like I don't like people like that in my life. So there was only one person in my life that I let boss me around, and she ain't here right now. So I'll leave it at that. I'm so tired of being underestimated just because of how kind and passive I am as a person. I don't like when people misunderstand me and don't recognize my ability. People often underestimate my ability to witness, indulge in, and engage with their capabilities. And with that said, as I mentioned, my own intuition, or for those who believe in a more spiritual way of life, such as, if for some people would say a spirit guide, for me, my intuition or my spirit guide, however you want to say, um, is I believe that my intuition is almost all knowing and very powerful. And that's what I truly believe. And thus, I do believe that I have access to far more knowledge than even the most learned men out learned people out there.
Learned? He's
And
so smart.
I
Learned?
consider myself to be uh, decently versed. Yeah. So for those that want to play, please understand that when I remove you from my space and my life, I am doing you a favor, because what you're misunderstanding is that I am far more capable than you are capable of ascertaining. And regardless of what you've ever been taught, for most of you, what you were taught throughout your lifetime is knowledge that I have been born with, or that I have an intuition about to begin with.
I mean, if James wasn't a little bit capable, he wouldn't be a threat, and I wouldn't give a shit. But he does have some kind of pull over people, and he's very driven and psychotic. So, like, yeah.
And more advanced than your conscious pursuits. So essentially, what I'm telling you is that, this active society that you're sold on is just your way of feeling better about your lack of knowledge. Because to truly know is to know, not to think. Like, to know it means you don't have to think about it. If what I'm saying makes any sense to you. And I know I might come off as arrogant, but I don't intend to come off as arrogant. I intend to come off as truthful. And so, to those who understand, let it be understood. And for those who do not understand, just find me a way to get a blowjob because I'm so sick of sitting here talking about philosophy when I'm not supposed to be living this way to begin with. I'm not a sidewalk prophet or a preacher.
Thought
And
he
I'm
needed
so
to poo.
sick of this bullshit. Ugh. They tell me don't break character. I'm like, it's not a fucking character. This is my real life. Go away. Stay away. Stay away. Yeah, I've been protecting this building for the owner. We've been keeping the people that are doing drugs away from this building. I'm doing pretty good. I don't know the person who owns the building or anything. That's just what I've been doing in return for the person being kind enough to let me, that they're not like kicking
I
me
think
out.
it's a
from where I'm
recording
playing.
studio.
I've just been chasing off all the druggies and stuff like
It's like
that.
outside a recording studio.
Anybody that would try to piss by the building or, be doing drugs, I chase them off.
Yeah, like James can do that. I mean, like, as a drug addict, I'm not a drug addict anymore, but James is a buzzkill. I wouldn't want to do drugs around James.
And in return, I have somewhere safe to lay my head, to not do drugs, to not drink, to talk to you guys when I feel lonely, and just to get some sleep every now and again. I have considered that, and I understand your jealousy, but it's really just not my problem. And I don't care if you're wet. You can go ahead and solve that on your own.
Don't you guys just get wet for homeless
Whoops.
people? It's such a turn on to be homeless.
And I tell you what, I'm just disappointed. Because when it really comes down to it, the reason that I'm alone right now is majoritatively because I wouldn't have, because I wouldn't have sex with somebody's mom. Go figure. Of all the things that could have done it, and I'll tell you what, had I known sooner, I mean, like I said, I'd have done anything to be with a certain person. I'd have done anything. And people are like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "Well, love will do that to you. Trust me, love will do that to you." Oh well, thank you. Thanks. Maybe I am crazy. I mean, I'm not mentally ill, but maybe I'm just nuts. I might be. But I'll tell you, I'd do anything for someone I actually love. I really would. And when I say anything, I mean anything. No exaggeration. So, people are like, how do I get them to love me? And like, I'll tell you what, I've only ever loved somebody one time. It's only ever been one person that I've ever loved. And I don't think I'll ever love again. I know.
Well, who isn't wet? I'm wet for you, Chris. You know?
They're like, you need a cover. And I'm like, bro, I am as comfortable right here under this blanket as I was in the house.
Has he said that before about the mom?
Under
Like,
a
who's he talking
blanket.
about?
Because I know that I'm safe. I know that my God is looking out for me. And I know I got nothing to worry about. Now, the only difference is back at the house, the house I grew up in, if I, what do you call it? If I
Yeah, this is
needed to
live
go
right
to the
now.
bathroom, I could just stand up and go to the bathroom, Whereas here, I can't just stand up and go to the bathroom. And that part sucks. So is that like a gift because it shows like a little. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm sorry. I don't know how this works. I really don't. People are like, yeah, you do. I'm like, I mean, I get the basic gist of it, but everybody
So
expects me to
jealous
be
of
a
his benching his
professional, and
god.
I'm just over here
I
trying
know,
not to
right?
poop my pants, you know? Like, literally. And people are like, oh, wow, like, I can't even believe it. I'm like, bro, you know, like if you walked as much as I walk, you would understand. Like, it just tears your body apart. It really does. And you get, like, I'm so
A
tired.
car parked
And
on
then
it?
my digestive system is just
Maybe.
like, dude, what are you doing?
It's hard to see over here.
Yo, I swear
Oh,
I've
it is a
seen some of
car.
these people in real life out here.
Yeah, it's a car.
I, I swear,
You can see the wheel.
if you know what, if I see you on the street and you're in my broadcast and you're not saying hi to me on the street, you're a jerk. I don't know how else to say it to you, but you are a mean person. And I know everybody's got their reasons, and that's fine. But like, if you know me, if you've seen me out here on the streets in real life and you're not saying hi to me, well, that's just rude. That's just plain rude. Sorry, somebody's just like dumping trash out and they think they're going to blame it on me, not realizing that I'm live in front of like 200 people. They're like, oh, there's a guy laying on the street. We'll just blame it on him. Yeah, good luck with that. Also, good luck with not getting your parking tickets paid. I'll pay them. But you're going to get them. Because you know you got to be documented. Or else you're going to end up getting beat up. And we don't want that. Never want that. The answer is no and no again. And they're like, bet you didn't know I could do that. I'm like, you didn't do anything. You're a psychopath and need to get some help. And then you try to tell them and they just don't want to hear it. They're like, I got superpowers. And I'm like, no, you don't. You're sick. And they're like, no,
James,
I'm not.
you say
Look,
have
everyone else
superpowers.
can do it. I'm like, nobody's doing anything. You've been psychologically manipulated by the agency and you believe that you have superpowers. You're mentally ill and now you have to go and get help from Big Pharma. No offense, but like, you don't have superpowers. Okay?
Neither do you,
don't.
James.
Like, and it's what's the first thing they tell you? Yeah,
What
I
you
ate
say.
dinner. What did I eat? Let me just go ahead and wait for the police helicopter to come right overhead for me to tell you what I have for dinner. Am I covering for you good enough? How am I doing?
Why would the police care what he had for dinner? Like, really, why would they
what
give
did
a
I have for
shit?
dinner? I don't fucking remember, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
laying in
tired, I don't
Gower
remember.
Street.
But I did eat.
The
I had
recording
some protein
studio
shakes.
on Gower
They're pretty
Street.
good. But I think that's why I got a shit so bad. I had some pretty good protein shakes. I just saw at 7-Eleven, they're like, if you buy 2 of them, you get 1,000 points. I'm like, let's do it. So like the government gives me money, and then I go and I use it, and then I get points on my cards anyway. So I'm like getting free money. It's good shit. What was I saying? Oh, but like, so something with the government. I don't fucking remember. It doesn't even matter. You guys want to be fucked? You can just go ahead and get fucked. I really don't care. I seriously do not care at this point. You want to offer me solace and solitude? I'll just lay here and relax. And whatever the fuck your problem was,
Bernie
is never gonna be a
Grundman
problem.
Mastering
And that's it.
is the
If I
building.
can't remember what I was going to say, I don't give a goddamn rat's ass about what you got going on. I don't even care if you're trying to help me. You suck my fucking dick or fuck off. And that's how I feel about the situation. And then they're like, you're so mean. And I'm like, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. Tell me I'm the mean one? Then they're like, we're doing what we're supposed to do. I'm like, congratulations. Now, goodbye. I didn't ask for it to begin with. They're like, well, we're never going to help you again. And I'm like, didn't ask you to begin with, and I'll see you again when you come beg me for more. Like, I hate to be mean about it, but this is the reality, and that's the way you're behaving. And they're like, we're not homeless. We have a car, and we have money. I'm like, yes, but you're doing the exact same thing that the homeless guy does. They're like, no, we're not. We're different. Like, you tell yourself your ego, whatever you got to tell yourself. If you guys want the reality of it here, we're going to break it down right now. We're going to piss off a whole lot of people. You ready? The money they give you is, here's the deal. So the fact of the matter is, when you're all fucked up in society, when you're like a psychotic person, and you got like these egotistical, narcissistic tendencies, and you're like dangerous to society, essentially what happens is the gods of men, okay, like the richest people in the world, so they sell you stuff that calms you down. They sell you ideas that calm you down. They give you spouses that calm you down. And they give you a chance to like survive in society and not be a menace to society or a problem. And so if you accept whatever they offer you that's supposed to help you, then you are permitted in the society. And if you decide not to swallow the red pill, then you're fucked. But essentially, when you take the red pill, you're taking the blue pill. It's pretty much just a purple pill. And we'll leave it at that. And if you don't accept the purple pill, you could do one of two things. You could live in the real world beyond just being, out there. Like, you can actually be someone who takes on your own shit. What I could tell you is, holy fuck, is it hard. Oh my God, is it impossible? You will never know. I hope you never find out. I don't even want to talk about it because it's so bad that it's not like it's the unspeakable. It's like Voldemort type shit. Like, it really is like that level. Like, it's unspeakable. Even for me, it's unspeakable. I saw and experienced the unspeakable.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about stuff you just don't talk about because it's not cool to talk about it. No, I mean shit that's supposed to drive you nuts. Like, it's so bad that if you don't go crazy, there might be something wrong with you.
Dude, this is
that happened, and
this
we're
is
not
where he's
doing
at.
it again. And I swear to God, if you put
always there, this
here,
is his home now.
if you do,
Tent's there.
as soon as it's over, I'm
Tent's
fucking
there.
I'm losing. I'm going fucking berserk.
There's
I
a
swear to
fucking
God.
weird thing
so
there.
Do not try
And
to
La
put me
Fitness.
through it. I don't care if you're.
La Fitness.
Well, we need to cover for you. No, shut the fuck up and back off, because I seriously have been through that much. I'm tired. I can't handle it, and I need you to stop. Thank you. Moving on. As I was saying, beyond that, what I'm dealing with now is something where I just need to get through this. I need to be given proper housing. What happened was they said, well,
breaking. Jesus,
you're gonna, they offered for me, thank you for the beans and all that. I can't be paid off though, honestly. I really can't at this point. You guys have me so pissed off that you can't buy me. And they're like, if we can't buy you, we're going to kill you. And I'm like, no offense, but you're already dead for saying that to begin with.
Oh, he's just sleeping up against the wall.
But, like, you don't say that to me. I'm not someone you can say that to. I'm not someone you can even, like, try to box into that. You're not allowed to. And I don't
the
think
wall
you
panel that
understand
doesn't
They're
smell like pee, according to him.
Yeah, you're all the same. And I'm like, are we? Because I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we're all equal. We're not the same. We're equal. Life isn't fair, but life is equal. Okay? It is. Life is fair. You just don't understand that life is fair because you don't know math. It's basic math.
What?
It really is basic math. Trigonometry at best. But the fact is, life is fair and life is equal. The more you fuck with me, the more you get fucked off. But please, no, give me your worst. Come on, bring it to me. Go, put me to the test. I'm excited to see him, splattered on the street. I got no issues with it. I seriously don't. When you act like a piece of shit, you're nothing but a pile of meat to me. So please.
Who's being mean to him? No one's even saying anything in here. No one's saying anything bad. Oh, like.
You see it?
They're giving him glow sticks. He's got 88 beans. That's like 44 cents. What's he mad about? James, I still have 2 accounts in here. You don't even know, bro. You don't even know.
Go ahead and put that shit on repeat. See what happens. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend saving that broadcast. You try and use that.
Save all of them.
I'm
He
serious.
thinks he's
Weaponized
really
and shit.
taking
You'd
me
be like,
out.
no, we could just say we're making somebody look crazy. Well, how?
Never, James. Because I'm Batman.
I mean, if you're
Like
ready
this.
to have knock on your door, you're gonna be like, well,
Get
what
up.
the fuck do you want with this shit? And then you just get a bullet to the head with a silencer on the end of the weapon.
I was hoping to play video
But
games
please tell
tonight,
me I'm wrong.
not fucking
I'm
listen
not
to
saying the
James
NSA would
rant
do
about
that. I'm
whatever.
just saying that maybe someone posing it as the NSA might do that. But I'm not saying that would happen. I'm just saying, we should all be smart here. We should all be very smart here. So what was I saying? Like I said twice, you guys have made me forget.
I'm the only one who
saying,
records his
realizing that
broadcast.
continuing to manipulate
Unless
my
he thinks
reality
it's
is
like
causing
some government
you
entity.
to have to serve me.
But it's like the
And I don't
channel
think you're
Steve Saroka
conceptualizing
and
that
it's
as
half
you're
of my
becoming my
face.
slaves.
Unless there's
Like
another
you're
one
literally
archiving
becoming
his
my
shit.
servants. Like you're
You
choosing
know what I mean? I'm pretty
by
sure.
trying to force me into your loop.
I don't want to save this
You're forcing
broadcast,
yourself
right? Like
into
this is
my
where all his
timeline,
broadcasts get
and you will
saved.
eventually have
So
to pay
like,
off that debt. Because when you force me
maybe
into
there's
a
a
loop,
new
you
sheriff in
owe
town or
me.
something. Maybe John
And I
Allgood is
am
recording all his broadcasts
more
now.
powerful than you. And I am in a greater position of authority than you. So no matter what, should you choose to force me into a loop, you are still going to end up having to do as I say. And I am trying to tell you that I don't want any more right now. I am focused on trying not to shit my pants.
No one's even messing with him. I'm literally.
Right now.
I was making dinner and I'm just trying to record his crazy stuff.
Followers. I do not need.
I'm like Santa Monica close up
any
tonight.
of that. Right now, the one thing I need is for people to chill the fuck out, so I can just hang out and talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about, and put my main focus into chilling out and chilling out myself and not fucking shitting my pants. Like I'm really just trying to hold in my shit. I don't know why there has to be like this esoteric philosophical conversation all the time. And there always has to be this crazy ass shit you guys always want to talk about just because you can't get over your schizophrenic tendencies or go to the fucking doctor. Like, so I have to sit here and talk with you for 5 hours about shit that I don't even think is real, just to appease your psychosis so I don't get murdered in the street by someone who thinks it's real. And then to the point where you guys are trying to ask me if I'm the one that needs help. And I'm like, no, I'm appeasing you because you're sick. And I'm scared of you. And I can't get away from you. So I'm appeasing you with 90% of what you throw at me. Because I was raised in a very normal, healthy, regular environment where most of what you guys engage with, I was already taught and raised to understand and recognize that pretty much everything you've ever believed in or invest in is a fallacy of the mind created by the people that run your society, and you've never been taught those things, and you don't understand the fact that you're under their control and you can't get out from under their control. And if you do understand...
He's just saying this to appease us? Oh, official detection, risky content in this live broadcast room. Yes, sorry, we will bring you more interesting live content. Now, more amazing anchors are just waiting for you. Well, that's not good, James. What did he do? What was he saying? Still enjoying Bigo? Ask me later. Jim Jams. Jim Jam Jamboree. Alright, well let's... should I keep recording? Guess we'll stop this recording. It's only an hour. We're gonna bring it over here. We'll get this off of there so we can get the notification when he goes back on. He'll come back. Someone must have been reporting him for something, but I don't know what he could have been reported for. What was he what was he doing, I wonder? I wonder. What's this?
Oh, just trying to keep my backpack on. Oh man, does it hurt? Oh, just trying to keep my backpack on. Oh man, does it hurt? Oh, just trying to keep my...
I don't care about that.
Oh, just trying to keep my...
Maybe he just didn't know he's offline. I don't know. I don't know. Why is he 29 and not 30? That is one of the change. So remember when James went away for like 14 hours? Actually, he went away for a whole day. He came back and his age was put back 1 year, and I don't know. I can guess. I can guess maybe that he feels like this year, his 29th year, was wasted in jail. So maybe he's like, I'm taking it back. I'm gonna be 29 again, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I can see that maybe being the case. Let's see what else. James. Is this dead? Is this a dead account now? Oh, just now. He's offline. I just say this stuff to appease you guys. I'm not actually crazy. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. It says he's live again. No? The fuck is happening here? Bigo is such a fucking shit app. Not live. What is this? You really got a lot of joy from James Saroka's live. Highly recommend it. Really interesting. Do you think this is James? James, like, recommending himself to get this put in the algorithm? Rebecca Travel, huh? Rebecca Travel, who was only following one person, who was online now. Interesting. When James is not online. If he goes live on this fucking account, I swear to God, what about this account? Whoops. Nordic. I've actually seen Nordic in his streams before. I should unlike that. Whoops. They might know. I don't know. I don't know whose side Nordic is on. I don't know why you would want to post that. Let's see. Gonna make a new account? Is this it? Is it over? 2 minutes ago. He's actually offline. Like, he's not watching other Bigo broadcasts. He's not trying to get back on that account. Fuck, how are we gonna know? I don't know. 1 month ago. Really? 1 month ago? He was on this account. Perfect. I think this is... Well, if anything, he'd probably go live on this one. This is like his backup account. I didn't know he was on that one as recent as a month ago. He hasn't been on this one in like forever. What about this one? A month ago. What? Okay, so those are his backups. He'll be on either this one or this one. Probably this one. Huh. Chris Philip, John. Weird. I have no idea what. Interesting. I guess that's it, guys. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just, oh no, he's back. What is he gonna do? Alright, we'll wait. We'll wait a little bit. Wow! He's live. He's live. At least it says he's live. What the fuck is happening here? Let's I'll just put it on the background. Maybe you can hear. Wait, why is this saying it's just... There we go.
Yeah, so while I, what do you call it? While I was waiting for my account to get verified, what do you call it? I got approached by somebody who was offering me something. Just because I'm obviously dissatisfied with the service and finances that I'm receiving from the public at this present moment, saying that I'm not getting enough to do the social job that's requested of me. So essentially, being famous, what's requested is that you appease the mental illness of pretty much everybody in the public, all the stuff that they got going on, and you just keep everybody coming back for more, right? And I get that. That's fine with me. So most people
We gotta
stay
not
alive.
get banned. Gotta not get banned again.
And most people honestly don't know how to actually live without relying on a system, which, you know, I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? So am I going to contribute to the problem? No, I'll help you if I could. But if I can't help you, I'm not going to fucking help you. But if they're going to...
I wonder what he got in trouble for.
Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for the beans. If they're going to tell me that I can't talk about real life, which is when, that's when I got, almost penalized.
Joe Chanel, Hollywood YSL.
Who was that? I'm not doing anything wrong, so they brought me back up and verified my account. And this is my way of saying, go ahead and verify the account.
Read
because
wrong pics?
This is my...
Oh, you're Norgid and Rebecca.
Platform without giving up on it, then weird. I need you to verify my account, because I've made the rest of my accounts on because people haven't been putting out enough and just expected from me. Thanks for the beans. So, this Bigo here is the one last connection that we have, and if you like having it, then you're going to have to start paying up, because I am not giving my time.
Sorry, I should have been reading you guys' comments. I was
pretty pissed off that I'm still out here.
Preoccupied.
And I'm not making demands. I'm telling you that that's how it is. Like, this is where my life is at. Like, I'm not just going to fucking sit here and put up with this shit. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not. I'm going to take my time to myself. If it's really going to be this tough for me, then I'm going to take my time and go slow. And I'm not going to share my life with you guys. And that's just going to be how it is. And you can kick and scream all you want, but just so you know, what I'm giving you right now is a privilege to begin with. And I'm realistically having to pull a lot of fucking strings to get away with talking to you to begin with. Thank you. I am having a pretty good day. Like, if it weren't for the fact that I have, like, some deep-rooted international connections to begin with, there's no fucking way that I'd ever be able to be live with you. To just get away with this is like, this is unprecedented. I don't think people realize how unprecedented it is that I am live with you right now. Some of you do. Some of you kind of see it a little bit. You're like, holy shit. But yeah, like, I'm not supposed to be allowed to do this, but I'm one of the most powerful people on this fucking planet, literally speaking.
Is he not supposed to be on social media, period, or something?
Yeah.
Like, who told him he couldn't be on social media?
It takes a lot of thank yous, and a lot of your welcomes, and a lot of pleases, and a lot of, could you please let me get away with to be live with you. So if you could, do me that favor, and don't be a prick. Thanks. And stay away from me. That's the biggest favor you're doing for me. As mean as I sound, I feel so bad. I feel so bad saying it, but man, am I so angry at people right now. I'm so displeased and upset and disappointed, and I really need space from people. And I mean, it's so bad to the point where, like, I'm going to the gym so I could take a shower and to get in the hot tub and take care of my body a little bit. But
I don't
even want to be doing that.
Do a hot
I'm
tub.
so upset. Like, I'm not reactive. I'm not. I'm just so upset with people right now that, like, because I, believe that I'm built to serve the public, and the gold, the God, the glory that are supposed to come in my direction based on the societal structure is for the sake of servitude, not for the sake of self. It's stuff that I'm supposed to be doing for the public. You need to keep walking.
It's not supposed to mention them online.
I don't care where he came from. This is the jungle, man. Don't find out.
I don't know.
Sorry about that. Sorry. And sorry to him too. You know, like I hate this shit. I really do. I hate having to behave this way. I really do. It makes me sick. It's not me. You know. So that's what hurts too. You know,
Think he's gonna cry, Charlie?
Out of character
Maybe.
fucking destroys me. I hate it. It's destroying my soul. Just having to act like such a jerk all the time. I fucking hate it.
I mean,
People are like, "Oh, you're showing
he
weakness."
thinks
I'm
he's
like,
supposed to serve the public.
"You think this is weakness? I'll show you how weak. I'll show you weakness when I show you how weak you are."
Even John
This isn't
Allgood doesn't
weakness.
cry on camera.
This is just me expressing my sorrow. You know.
Just with tears of joy. Chris
Sad.
Anonymous and Steve.
I thought people really would have put me where I belong in society if I just stepped
Tears of
aside and
joy.
let them do what they do. Hello, how are you? And I'm still sitting here being a nobody with all these people that are thinking they're going to take advantage of me, not realizing that the gods of men are raining hell down on their lives for what they're trying to do to me, what they're trying to get out of me. And they're like, "Oh, you sound like a nut job." And I'm like, no offense, but I never thought that in this kind of conversation that I wouldn't be the one in denial. Like, I do sound fucking crazy, and I know I do. But it doesn't change the fact that I know you see it happening. Like, how far are you going to go to ignore the obvious? Like, I know you see the signs and the patterns, or how long are we going to play this game? And they're like, we're going to play this game until you shut your mouth. And I'm like, then I guess you're just ready for everything to fall in the ocean, because I don't give a fuck. Like, I am so far above this. I don't have to be doing this. This is a gift. I'm offering my life as a gift to the public. I'm not offering myself as a sacrifice. I'm saying that I'm willing to live that life for you. And there's some people who are like, oh, what a sacrifice. Like, no, well, that's because you're greedy and selfish and you do the wrong thing with it. God gave me the opportunity to live that life because I'm supposed to, because I'm the right person for the job. Because I'm not the person that's going to take it to heart and make it about me. And when I do, I'm only pretending.
Everything he does is about him. What are you talking about? He is a narcissist. I swear. I don't know if he's diagnosed or not, but he's a fucking narcissist. Faux show. In the rain. Definitely talk crazy.
Before anything gets anything. Whatever. I just don't care. I seriously don't. I know. It's just not my problem. No, not my problem. Not my problem. People are so stupid. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do people. I can't do people. I can't do
What
people
Ashley
right now.
Rose
They're too
do?
dumb. They're too fucking
Follow
dumb.
me.
I can't
You're
believe.
talkative.
Seriously, I cannot. I honestly can't believe how stupid they are. Like, I don't understand why on earth. Like, am I not where I'm supposed to be? Because I'm pretty sure I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I just can't.
Oh yeah, she
like,
came on way too strong.
Is this really going to be a situation where, like, God teaches like a shit ton of people a lesson because of their ignorance? Like, is this going to be like a biblical level type bullshit type of thing going on, or like is this just a facade and a test and it's going to be
Spoke
over
to
soon,
him, the nerve.
Like,
I know,
which
right?
one is it? Because it's looking to me like it actually might be one of those situations where people really are that socially blind and just stupid and like not even realize how serious this is.
Heather,
And they're like,
James,
you're trying to
Heather,
manifest,
James,
you're
Heather.
making it up. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're in denial. This is what I was supposed to be doing like more than a decade ago. And then even more so is like back in 2018, I was really supposed to jump into it. And I ended up going on a tangent instead, and I chose love. And now, I'm back into this commitment, and people are like, you're too late. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. And like, you really need to just make a hole and let me through. And they're like, no.
I think James needs to join a cult. Like, James is dangerous when he uses his brain, medicated or unmedicated. He needs to be, like, starved. He needs to be, like, put into an isolated room and have him, like, broken down mentally and to just serve. Yeah, he should join Scientology. James should join Scientology. I'm for that.
How these people see you. You don't understand how these monsters of men see you. What their opinion of you is, how they view you, and how much power they have over your lives that you're in denial of. You don't have to like them. You can hate them. You can feel in your heart, you can feel in your mind like you're more powerful than them. But you're not. And I'm not either. And I'm in recognition of it. Like, there are people out there that have been doing what they do for multiple generations, and they are capable of things that you and I as humans cannot conceptualize. Well, thanks, Cheryl. And so I'm trying to communicate and convey to you that whenever I say the powers that be are telling you to get out of my way and you're not listening, they see you like piles of meat. Do you not understand that? Like, to them, to the people that are telling you that you must make me rich and famous, and I'm not even kidding you, I sound like a fucking nut job, and I know that I do. But, I mean, I don't know how else to say it to you. I'm conveying the message because, you know, the rest of these people refuse to because they think they're going to get this money in their pocket and survive when they're just going to end up with a heart attack. Some people are telling me just to let it happen, but I've dealt with the powers that be on my own individually, and I can afford it. I'm fine to do it. So I'll tell you one-on-one, I'll bring this message down to earth for you, and maybe you can freaking grasp it in your mind. You guys have to make me rich and famous, or they're going to fucking mow over you and drop you in the ocean and drown you with hurricanes. They're not playing. This is real shit.
No, they won't,
This is not a joke, and I'm not laughing about it. I'm really not. I'm just like, you can take it with the same amount of desensitization where, so like when this guy died in a porta potty, the police officers were like, not joking, but like trying to process the death. They were like, yeah, I think you got to use another porta potty, right? Because they couldn't really grasp that death, right? Like they didn't.
James said they were laughing
still
at him.
coming to terms with it. They were
the guy who died,
and they were coming to terms with the death. Well, so is the same with me, and coming to terms with the fact that there are people on this planet that can cause hurricanes. You know, there's people on this planet that can cause earthquakes. There's people on this planet that can cause plagues. And like, I can't conceptualize that, but I'm trying to communicate to the public that no matter how crazy I sound, you guys need to wrap your brain around the fact that I'm telling the truth, that I'm actually being accurate. And I am so confident in what I'm saying that I'm saying it in plain words. I'm that confident in what I'm saying that I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is all art.
Not only are you more than likely
He's
going
like Alex
to forget
Jones,
about this, or you're just going to get swept under the rug about it, but like, they're going to run through and mow you down unless you either get out of my way or support me. And that's essentially a message.
Don't make it about me, okay? But if you like, don't support me, you're going to get run down.
Like, you're either going to start recognizing me as a proper public figure, or they're just going to start moving things around in whatever way they choose. And personally, I gave the go-ahead. I said I'm fine with that because, I mean, I'm not going to live this way, and I continually just no. I said no. And
he was sleeping with that cat when he remember when he was sleeping on the trains?
Yeah, like
he had a cat.
I'm not doing this the rest of my life.
A homeless cat.
So like,
but other than that, no, I can't see James loving animals. He might have eaten that cat,
and it's not my problem. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's really not my problem. I tried to make your problems my problems. I tried to be there. You push me away. You tell me, well, you got to take care of yourself and this and that. And while at the same time thinking that you're going to take back pocket money for trying to take advantage of me.
I don't advise
when the powers that
anyone
be connected with me today, and they said, look, we're going to do one of two things. We're going to have mercy on them, and you're going to live a regular life. And in my mind, I said, wait, yeah, we already tried that. And they said, or option two, you can let us do what we do. My answer
do what we
yes.
do. Number two. He's
So
got to take a number two.
You can be supportive, or you can be removed. And I am
Removed
comfortable with
to
either.
and do. Like he's doing all the ooze, you know? The ooze.
Let my silence
Where
speak
is the cat? Yeah.
beyond this. I don't need you to take me seriously. I hope that you don't. That way you're unprepared. This is America. You will never win. Good luck.
This is America. You'll never win, but you're gonna wish us luck anyways. Cool. Thanks for the good luck. I think we're like what 4-0 with Jimmy.
Thank you.
But
for
we
your
need the
support.
luck. Okay.
I will remember.
Remember what? He's ominous tonight. I don't know what that's about. I think that's the actual end, not the... my account got reported. I was just verifying it. He's already verified it. He had to prove he was 18 when he was taking his shirt off, and then Bigo auto-flags it to make sure like you're of age to be naked on their platform. So he already verified his account. I don't know what got flagged for risky, inappropriate behaviors, but something did. And I'm glad I didn't just end. The old me would have just ended the live and been like, I guess that's it, guys. And then he would have went live again. And I'd been like, oh, Cheerios. That's not even an expression. But no, he came back. He came back, not even on another account. Did I? Okay, yeah. He doesn't say it's his birthday anymore. He went to birthday 10, and that, I guess, was enough birthday for him. It was not getting any better, I guess. Oh, that was weird. He's got a spirit guide, which I swear are just the voices in his head that advise him to do stupid shit like go back to Pennsylvania, and he's fighting with himself. And now he's pretending it's all an act. That's a new angle. What he was flagged, so can't pull up the recording. But if you go back in the stream, you can see it said like risky behavior or something. Actually, hold on. I have like I'm monitoring the stream to make sure it doesn't like super freeze up. I can probably find where it happened, and then I can show you like what it said. Okay, so that's when. All right. Whoa. Let me just full screen this quick so I can take a screenshot. Cool. This is. Oh no, put it down. It's fine. It's kind of blurry, but it says official detection risky content in the live broadcast. Very sorry. We will bring you more interesting live content. More amazing anchors are waiting for you. That's really blurry. I think it's just because it's the preview screen. It's not at the highest quality, so my internet doesn't cack out. But so yeah, that's what happened. He got flagged for something. Official detection, risky content. But all he was talking about was just like, his normal nonsense. Like nothing that I could see him getting flagged. So he must have been reported. He wasn't even vaping. So that's weird. Because I know that Josh has been reporting the fuck out of him for like vaping and stuff. And he's been sending me the screenshots being like, look, I reported him for this. Look, I reported him for that. And they've been getting back to him saying like, yeah, no, we found that James Saroka has been violating our terms of service, so but he still gets to go live and vape, so I don't know what's up with that. He must have done something. I must have just missed something, I guess, that he said that would have triggered Bigo's system to pull him out there. Okay, so I think this is it. This is me going away for the rest of the night, guys. Unless, like, you remember, I might do like a video game stream if this one person isn't up. But yeah, if James goes live again, I mean, I don't know, it depends what I'm doing. I might go live again. I doubt it though. It's the weekend though, and what's the weekend for other than stream sniping this fucking lunatic? But if this is good night, then good night, guys. Have a great sleep. have a great evening, good evening, and happy weekend. It's not anything fancy. I don't think this is like a holiday or anything, but it's the weekend. Enjoy, and I'll see you all on the flippity flop.